Oh, this is a bad angle. Try down here. Oh no! Go live, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Is this good? Maybe? Alright, at least playback on this is going to be horrid, but actually that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Almost forgot where my lighter was though. So, I don't have anybody live right now, which I don't really blame no one for being live because this was really last minute and I haven't had a video go up in a couple days and I'm like, you know what? It'll be fun. Let's just go live. So if you or any of my friends right now going live and I don't know about it, I am so sorry. Like I said, this is just kind of an improv 2 moment. So I need to get the wood burner started because y'all, it is cold snot up here, right? And I'm not even just talking like burr cold. I am talking about like freezing cold. Like we just had our first below 0 day last night and it was cold. So I am definitely going to get the wood burner started, and I figure while I'm doing that I can pop in and go live and just chit chat and all that good stuff because other than starting a wood fire, what better do I have to do? Right? And we can do like ASMR paper shredding as I'm just getting the wood burner started. But I hope y'all had an amazing New Year's yesterday. Danny and I went out. Oh, just a second. Anna. Oh goodness, did you bubble? You can come shred paper before the wood fire gets started. You can shred paper while we're not doing anything, yes. Oh! And the phone went down. Yo, this is why I don't live stream. It's just bad juju. It's bad. I'm horrible at this, but it's okay. And I gotta figure out how to do the chats. But wood fire's not on with her. I'm just shredding paper right now. I wouldn't have her close to the wood fire if, if it was on. It's off. I haven't even started the fire yet. I'm just shredding paper because it takes forever to get this thing burning. If y'all want a good wood burner, I suggest something maybe a little different than this. This was made in the 70s, right? And it was, I don't know what they were thinking. The oxygen feed on this is like sucky, like really bad. So I definitely need to upgrade on a wood burner. Oh, it's your puppy being silly. So yeah, I'm throwing paper in it. I haven't lit it yet, but once I do light it, I'm hoping it stays up most of the night because it's supposed to be -1, -2, and that's just not fun for anyone, especially if the power goes out. If the power goes out and it's that cold, we're gonna have to move all the animals downstairs. And I'm not sure if my parrot would like that or not. He likes being upstairs. And if y'all are in the chats right now, I am trying, let's see, all messages visible. Welcome to the live chat, learn more. No, thank you. Y'all have to excuse me on some of this stuff. No, I cancel. I don't want to stop streaming YouTube. I don't know if y'all are in the live chat or not. I honestly, this is the first time me doing a live, like, on a phone, because normally the live chats are, like, right over here on the side, and I can see them flip up. So, I'm not sure. Save highlight, mute microphone. No, I don't want to do any of that. Thank you, YouTube. Is it this button? Top chat? Checking in from Ohio. Hi, hey, Sunset, host a farm. Hi, I can see things. Okay. I'm also from Ohio, so I'm not in Ohio right now, but like I'm from Ohio. Like what part of Ohio are you from? Because there's like a complete different range of Ohio. Because you have the lake region where you get like those horrible strong winter like storms. That's where my sister's living, up in like Cleveland area. And then you have like southern Ohio near Kentucky over by the river. Cincinnati. I love Cincinnati. Growing up, my dad had a friend that he went to seminary with, and it's amazing. Yes, baby is with me. She's not gonna be here long though because I'm just getting this prepped, and once this is like up and burning, I can't have her anywhere near it because this thing gets like super hot. What's that?
Your ring.
Oh, thank you, baby. Danny returned my ring to me because I forgot to put it back on when I was working out. Because have any of y'all like ever worked out and like you get that like little thing right here where you like rip your skin open? Yeah, so I always take my ring off to like work out, but if Danny's not around to keep my brain straight, I forget it. And it's just in the windowsill on the gym. I swear if my head weren't attached to me, it wouldn't be there. But yes, we have Little Miss with us tonight because, you know, we're chilling. Y'all, I'm so proud of her. Like, she has been sleeping in her crib by herself. We are getting over the bed sharing phase, and I can actually sleep. I have actually gotten a few good nights of sleep, and it makes me so happy. Like, don't get me wrong, she is wonderful and perfect, but she is a blanket and bed hog. So, you know that's not edible, right? It's paper. It's paper. But yes, Cincinnati area is so much fun. I really like it over there, over by the bridges. Like, there's 3 bridges that go into Kentucky. I've always loved that area because it's always so pretty and so beautiful, especially around Christmas. Y'all, if y'all have time during the Christmas season to go look at lights, Cincinnati, Ohio has some amazing light shows. There's also a really amazing light show. I'm not sure if they do it anymore because the elderly man who used to do it, he passed away a few years ago. I'll have to check in with my parents. But back in my hometown, about a half hour away in Zanesville, Ohio, there was this man who had this like workshop, right? And in this workshop, he would create his own Christmas lights. And I'm not talking like your basic Christmas lights. I'm talking like moving statue Christmas lights. Like, he had a helicopter that Santa would ride in on, little elves, all kinds of like amazing creations, right? And it was just beautiful. And it was like this little drive-through, give me that, thank you. It was like this little drive-through, like cul-de-sac area, just thousands upon thousands of intricate moving lights. And it was just, I loved that growing up as a kid. That was like the highlight of my Christmas season for Christmas lights. So let me make sure the chat's still working. Live chats. All right, so yeah, I think I got all of it. And hello, Outdoors with Big Matt. How are you doing? I didn't see your thing when it came up because I'm still figuring out the chat. So that's fun. But what are y'all's winters looking like right now? Like, have y'all gotten any snow yet? I know in Boulder, Colorado, it's been like fire, and that's not good. Fountain Square in Cincy is always lit up too. Yes, Fountain Square is beautiful. I haven't been there in quite a few years between like being out here in Colorado and the Army and everything, but Cincinnati is just a beautiful place to visit in the winter. Does Cincinnati Zoo still do Zoolights? I know that at one point in time they did. I don't know if they still do or not, or what's going on with the panorama going on. But at one point in time they used to do like Zoolights, like the Cleveland Zoo, not Cleveland, the Columbus Zoo used to, and that used to be a lot of fun too. Yes. Oh my gosh, y'all. Christmas lights at the zoo. So much fun. Like, you can see the animals at night, yes, don't get me wrong, but they have all these amazing light shows, and it is so much fun. Oh my goodness. The amount of times as a kid that we would get to the zoo about 5, 6 p.m. at night, and we wouldn't leave till about like midnight, 1 o'clock, and there'd just be hot chocolate, there would be candied nuts, there would be like animals, and the horrible thing about it was you get so cold that you would try to get like in the elephant enclosure because the elephant enclosure was indoors, or you would like huddle up in the aquarium because it was so cold that you wanted to see everything, but you needed those moments of like getting warm. And I just have some of the best childhood memories like at the zoo, right? Or looking at Christmas lights, and so much fun. But unfortunately, I'm not in that area anymore, so I'm kind of stuck with what we have around here, and I'm also stuck with what we can do with 2 very small children. The 5-year, well, she's not 5 yet. I'm a month ahead of myself, but Sid isn't here right now. She's off gallivanting, but having a 4-year-old and a itty bitty makes it extremely hard to do like the normal like New Year's thing. Like Danny and I were like, ooh, we can go on the wine train, right? Because they have like a wine train around here. But wine train with a bunch of, normally either childless or babysat children to adults is probably not a good idea, because I'm sure they don't want to deal with this. I mean, don't get me wrong, is she adorable? Yes, but I'm cognizant of the idea that other people may not find the screaming demon adorable, right? So it kind of limits what we can do here on New Year's. We went to go see the Spider-Man movie. We went and we got some, it was like a wok-style restaurant, like you would pile in all your food and they'd cook it in front of you. It was like an Asian cuisine type thing. And then we just kind of came home and I knocked out at like 10 o'clock. I did not stay up to watch the ball drop. I am getting old, and that means I don't like staying up. So I prefer to like stay in. But this morning when I woke up, we had like 6 inches of snow. It was insane the amount of snow we had, like ridiculous amount of snow. Kiwi, our husky, was super happy about the snow. Like, she was ecstatic. Like, she was like jumping around, playing in it. Getting her inside today was probably like the hardest thing to do, because that little heathen was like, oh, we have snow. I turn into an outside dog. Oh, we have a blizzard coming in. Oh, I'll sleep under the snow. It'll be great. In fact, she's right here on the couch. You can't see her because she's like hanging over. Oh, you just saw her nose. Like, she was a butthead to get in this morning. And then I have my other winter style dog. He's a Swedish Woodhound. Where's your homestead located? We live up in the mountains of Colorado. So, for instance, I don't know how well you know Colorado, but there's Denver, and then you have Colorado Springs. If you go like into the mountains above Colorado Springs, that's where we are. So, temperature-wise, we have we get very cold winters. We get a huge amount of snow. Our largest snow dump days are in February, March, and April. And like last year, at the end of February, beginning of March, we got 4 feet of snow in like 3 hours. They closed the mountain pass, and it was bad, but it was so much fun. If you look, my very first video that I posted that says like welcome to the homestead, that picture was from when we had our blizzard, and we had just moved in like a week prior, and I was like, oh my god, what did I get myself into? I have moved into an area that gets an obscene amount of snow. But yeah, so that's where we live. We're in the mountains of Colorado. It's very dry for the most part, unless you're talking about snow. I know she is. She's always trying to chew on something. I have sticks like right in front of me that I'm like using as kindling on top of like the itty bitty stuff, and she is just like, haha, yes, let me chew on that. That is a great thing. I know it's pine trees, but pine trees are the best chewing things. I don't know why she thinks that, but apparently that is the thing right now. She wants to chew on the pine wood I have in front of me, and I really don't want her getting a splinter in her mouth. I feel like that would be a horrible idea. Hello, Thor. So I gave her a cookie, right? I gave her a cookie and I put her on the couch to chill and watch, what do we have on? Heartland's on the TV right now. And I thought that'd be a good thing, but maybe I need to move to Coco Melon. What do you think? Should we move to Coco Melon? Say Coco Melon's the new thing. I don't know if y'all have children, right? Y'all either hate or love Coco Melon, or you have no idea what it is. But if you know what it is, Coco Melon is the bane of my existence. But, if I need like, yes, my grandkids love Coco Melon. Yes, like the theme song comes on and they come running. My 4-year-old hears Coco Melon come off and she zips down the stairs, pokes her head around, and is like, Mommy, are we watching Coco Melon? And it's like, I guess we are now. Like, there was a huge TikTok trend, like, this is what happens when my kid hears the Coco Melon theme, and like all of these kids are like, Coco Melon! Yes, Coco Melon. Great distraction for the kids if I need to like cook dinner or something. But if I hear the wash your hands song one more time, I'm gonna go cry in a corner. Hi, Tor. Yes, hi, Kiwi. No, Kiwi. Yes. As I say. And then Rick is upstairs screaming. He doesn't like being left alone. But no, so I'm just trying to like get this thing like getting ready for to get started, because like right now I am terrified that at like below 0 temps, right? And Fahrenheit, not Celsius, because I am very American. American for some reason thinks Fahrenheit is easier than Celsius, which is so wrong. Celsius is easier. But you know, we're looking at -2, -1 degrees. I am terrified that the power is going to go out tonight and we won't have, like, give me that, thank you. We won't have heat, and that would be bad, because for one, we have Rick. If you haven't met Rick, Rick is my military macaw / he's an indigo military mix upstairs. He has to have the house around 70 degrees year round. So if the temp goes out on us, we have to bring him downstairs, which is always a hassle because he doesn't like being downstairs. He likes being upstairs where all the windows are and not in the dark. So that would be a pain in my tuchus. And then we have to find all 4 cats, right? Which finding some of them is easy enough, right? The 2 calicos normally hide in the same place. Sandy, our oldest girl, she's normally in the same spot in the cat tree, but Sheldon is my, what is he now? He's 4, and he's a little tabby cat. He is he is the king of hide and seek, right? You think you know where he is? Oh, no. He's hiding in the exact opposite place, right? He can fit in things that shouldn't be able to fit. Like, you have a crack like that big under the couch, you know he's going to be under that couch. And you're not going to be able to get him out unless you flip the couch over and pull him from out, because he'll crawl in the couch, right? And I love Sheldon. He looks like a little gargoyle because I think he's kind of inbred, but okay, he's most definitely inbred, okay? He's a barn cat. He is a barn cat turned house cat, so he is most definitely a little inbred, but he's a good boy. He's a snuggly boy. He's just scared boy who just wants to hide everywhere. Hi, Tor. As I say, something I was looking at doing within like the next probably next month. Well, I guess it would be this month because it's January. Kiwi's turning 1. I don't know if y'all remember it, but I had my like a husky update, like a puppy, a day in the life of my puppy when we first got her, when she was like 4 months old. So I figured I'd do like a day in the life update with the husky, or like, you know, showing you where she's come, because she went from being like this big to now she's like 60 pounds of menace. So I have a video planned to give an update on Kiwi. I haven't officially introduced Thor in a video. Like, he doesn't have his own video. He's like right here at my feet. So maybe I'll do a video on Thor, our Swedish Wolfhound. I'm not sure yet though. He's kind of just a derp, and like, he's just kind of there. Like, he's just the ever constant pet that you don't realize is in your lap until he's been there for 30 minutes and you've been petting him. So, you know, I'm training him right now, other than like basic like sit, lay down, roll over kind of things. I'm hoping to get him into like agility or barn hunting. The problem is finding where his motivations lie, because Thor is kind of dumb. And I mean that in the sweetest, nicest way possible. Thor is very, very dumb. And he's also very phobic, right? He is scared of everything. Like, Danny makes a wrong move. Like, he walks the wrong way, or like he goes down too quick to pet this dog, and this dog goes running, yelping like he's been hit. And the thing is he's never been abused. He went straight from the breeder to us. And he has known nothing but love and affection and spoilage, and he freaks at the weirdest things. Like, no, don't get me wrong. Have I stepped on him a couple times in the kitchen because he gets underfoot while I'm making things? Yes, I have stepped on his tail and his poor little toesies. But other than that, like, he has lived a pampered puppy life, and he is just the most scaredy of scaredy cats. So finding something that he is motivated to do without him losing like his tiny shred of bravery is nah. Now, I was thinking, because this is a breed that it's a Nordic breed that they use for herding sheep, right? They're nicknamed like the Viking herding dog or whatever. I thought about putting him into like herding classes and letting him herd sheep, but I think he'd be scared of the sheep. He likes chasing my chickens. He's really good at herding my chickens. He'll herd them in circles and put them in the coop. Hi, Thor. But like, other than that, he's terrified, and it's like, my guy, you're so cute, but you're kind of useless. Useless in the fact that his job description is very low. I need to find something he's good at. Now, he's great at cuddling. He's great at going. So we have this fence in the front yard, right? Normal cattle fence. It's a red fence. We use it to gate off the property. That guy will jump through it. He can go under it, right? Because there's about this much space from the bottom of the fence down. No. He goes about 3 rings up, so about 3 foot up, and then goes through the fence, and he turns his little body sideways. I'm gonna have to get this on video, because y'all are gonna think I'm making things up. But no. This dog goes through the fence, 3 foot up, sideways to get out. Like, my guy, that is amazing. Your agility skills are mwah, but you're so dumb. Like, you could go under the fence. And this video's turning into me roasting Thor for like 20 minutes. I don't know. Oh, I know. We're just roasting Thor. Yes, we're roasting Thor. I know he's chewing on a stick, isn't he? He's chewing my firewood, y'all. Oh, yeah? Are you jealous? She wants to chew on the firewood, too. And she doesn't know why I've told her no to chewing on the firewood. Hey. Ooh, fun. Paper. Don't eat it. You can crumple it. But, yeah. So, me, labels live, come make a fire with me. Me, talks for like 20 minutes without really making a fire. I'm chatty, y'all. I am such a chatty Cathy sometimes. Like, I love talking to people, and I love like reminiscing on things, and you know, kiki and then caca, and then just like talking to people, and then I forget what I'm doing. But, oh, y'all, I have an exciting little moment, right? I know that my one watcher is from Ohio. I know if Ormsby Farms is watching, they're a little far off. Same with Black's Tropical Homestead. I know that they're nowhere near here, but if y'all are watching on playback or y'all are watching now and y'all are from Colorado, right? On the 14th of January, I'm hitting the bunny show. And there's only one bunny show on the 14th of January in Colorado. So if you look in our region, you can find it like real quick. It's like an hour and a half from here. I gotta look up the name and I'll have to like put it in the description box or something. But I'm gonna go show bunnies. So if y'all wanna come show bunnies with me, oh my God, we can show bunnies together. It'll be so much fun. Or we can just like talk and hang out and chat about bunnies and talk about bunnies. I'm taking 2 bunnies. I'm gonna take Penguin and I'm going to take Sadie. So I'm taking my Broken Black Jr. and I'm taking my Castor Jr. And I'm going to show them an A show, B show, and I think fur. I'm not sure. I have to look at what's going on, but they're both going to be in like junior classes. And Penguin bit me earlier, y'all. I was so sad. She was in such a mood today, and I don't know why, because Penguin's normally so sweet. I think she's starting to come into adulthood, so she's getting kind of snippy on me. Some rabbits, if you don't breed them as they get closer and closer to their like senior weight, please stop eating paper. Please stop that. I know. Hey. Get on the bottom of that. There you go. No, paper. Well, you can't chew on paper. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Hey, you can't eat paper. Where'd your cookie go? But yes, so yeah. So I'm really excited to go to this bunny show. And Penguin's being a butthead. I'm gonna keep working on her to try to get her posing good. But like it's this issue where some days she's great to pose and sometimes she's so sweet and other days she bites me. So I think she's coming into her age and she just needs a little more work. But it is. What? You want a cookie? You know what? Yep. I'm gonna go show you something. I'm gonna get her a cookie and I'm gonna take y'all somewhere, right? I'm gonna show y'all some fun stuff. I'm gonna take y'all out to the rabbit barn because nothing says let's talk with Madison like going up and talking about bunnies, because do I ever talk about other things? Yes I do. Sometimes I talk about other things. And y'all, I didn't know that I could like live stream on my phone yet. I thought I had to have like 1,000 viewers, but I don't.
So we're gonna get Little Miss a cookie, and then we are going to, you know, sorry, my house is very circular sometimes. Get Little Miss a cookie here, or biscuit or cookie, what do you want? And then I'll show you where the buns are. I'll show y'all the baby bunnies. Like, oh, and I rebred, no, Bubba, I cannot speak. I rebred Blue today, right? So Blue has 3 kits currently. Rick, knock it off. So Blue has 3 kits. Y'all want to see Rick? Look, it's a Ricky-roo. It's the Ricky-roo. Yes, I also need a wood stove in the basement. Like, wood stoves are just chef's kiss, amazing, great to have, but like sometimes they're a pain in the butt. Mine always likes to go out at like 2 a.m. So, awkward camera angles, I know. That's the nice thing about having a semi-heated garage though, is that I can do things like this. And I can show y'all baby bunnies. And I can also like make y'all very nauseous, and I apologize for that because I really don't mean to be moving y'all around so much. I just had to get a cookie for her. And then I'm gonna show you some babies. Y'all, these babies, they're so cute, but to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed in this litter. Like, don't get me wrong. Blue is an amazing mommy. Like right now she has all 3 babies cuddled up to her. She's an amazing mommy. And for a first-time mom, she is chef's kiss. But they're 4 weeks old, so they're about a month old. And at this age, I have about a 70% chance of guessing the sex right by looking at them, right? And I'm looking at having 2 boys and a girl. Well, the one I wanted to be a girl out of all of them, like I said, I'm about 70% sure that it's a boy. And don't get me wrong, my line breeding charts say that I can keep him and I can rebreed him to his mom, or I can breed him to, you know, other rabbits down the line. But like, I'll show you him. I'll show you Cy real quick, because Cy is so cute and amazing and I love him. And he is just the best baby, and he's so tame and calm. I say as he struggles. I say as he's trying to put away. I'm holding 2 babies. Oh, thank you. We love new subscribers. You will learn very quick that all I do is really talk about bunnies. Like this little guy is Cy, right? And this was the one I was hoping would be a girl. And it is a little boy, I'm pretty sure. You know, and don't get me wrong, like it's looking like he's gonna have the really short ears that I want in my breeding lines. And for a 1-month-old, he's getting great depth and he has great body type for being 1 month old. But he's a boy. I wanted him to be a girl. And then the one that I think is a girl looks exactly like her mama, which is a huge problem just because she doesn't have a butterfly on her face. She has an all-white nose instead of having color, and that's a DQ point. And the main purpose of having these babies is to show them, right? And I can't show a rabbit that's going to disqualify me. Now, if it was a meat breeding line, I wouldn't care, right? But they're my show lines. So odds are, the only one I'm going to keep, if they continue to have good form, is this little guy running across the screen. And it's kind of sad. So I didn't like the breeding between Blue and Coco. So this time I bred Blue to Gigi. And I'm hoping that that does a little better. Now I will say, I am taking a chance with this pairing because I am very, very heavily line breeding them. What does that mean? It means I am taking Blue, who is out of Sally and Coco. Oh, sorry. I'm taking Blue, which is out of Sally and Peppers. And I'm breeding her with Gigi, who's out of Sally and Coco. They are half siblings. So, one of 2 things is going to happen, right? Either I'm going to have great success because you kind of want to line breed your rabbits, because line breeding them, or others call it inbreeding, it shows you what you have hidden in your genetic lines, because it kind of doubles up the genetics, right? So I can see if I have good or bad things in my genetic lines by breeding half siblings together. But if I have a lot of bad in my line, this next litter can be a wash, which is fine. I run a heavy cull program, and cull in my program means I either sell them off to another breeding program, I sell them off as pets, or they go to freezer camp, depending on how bad it is that their conformation is, if they have any malocclusions, if they have any issues, that kind of thing, right? I'm not going to keep a rabbit in my line that has like too many issues that, you know, they're breeding bad things in my line. For instance, hey, Black's Tropical Homestead, hi, how are your babies doing? Guys, y'all need to go over to Black's Tropical Homestead. They just had another litter of baby bunnies, and it's so exciting. Oh my gosh, I was so excited for them. More bunnies. Oh my gosh, it was so exciting. So y'all need to go like check them out and look at them, and like go say hi for me, you know, and go look at the baby bunnies, because they are tiny little cute jumping beans. Ooh, I love baby bunnies. Anyway, yes, I love baby bunnies. They are just the best thing. Like, don't get me wrong, my 1-month-old, I was freaking out the other day. It is perfectly fine to freak out like that. Trust me, her first time mom was having some issues, which is totally normal. And she was, you know, she was freaking out, but I completely understand why she was freaking out. Oh, is that your bunny? Don't eat the bunny. It's a soft bunny. Yeah, so soft. You know, hey, sure, you just watched your bunny. Yes, go watch her bunny videos. Her bunny videos are so awesome, so great. I am so excited that they picked up a trio of, you know, of breeding bunnies, and they did like the New Zealand's, and it's a little different from what I'm doing, because theirs are technically a pure meat rabbit, whereas mine are a mix of, I have show lines, I have meat lines, but these are also doubled up as fur lines. I'm gonna go put him back, and then I'll show you more bunnies. Cause, oh, I have all the bunnies to share, y'all. All the babies, all the bunnies. I'll even show you a penguin if she's not in the mood. Which is, she's probably still in the mood, to be honest. Okay, I am back. But yeah, and y'all, I'm so excited. Not, probably not next week, probably the end of next week, beginning of the week prior, we're gonna have more babies, hopefully. Hi, Boots and Bounty, how are you doing? I initially jumped on here to make a fire, and then I totally went squirrel. I love them. The delivery video was not too bad. My husband did good putting it together and leaving the mess out. Yes, yes. The mess sometimes is a lot, especially, my past couple of mamas have decided to either eat their placentas, or we've had a couple that had peanuts and they disposed of the peanuts themselves, which totally normal in the animal kingdom, but not YouTube friendly. So good on him for like getting that birthing video out and getting all the gross yucky stuff out, because YouTube and monetization and trying not to get your videos kicked off is a real pain in the tuchus sometimes. So yes. Oh, I'm so excited for y'all and the baby bunnies. I love it. And we're gonna have more bunnies, hopefully more baby bunnies, because this doe's on strike too, y'all. Sandy was eating away, I was going crazy. Sandy, oh baby. Yeah, the bunnies seem to know when you're like stressed and freaking out, and then decide that it is like the best thing to like, you know, be like, oh, you're freaking out? Let me do the exact opposite of what you want me to do so that I can be like, meh. But yeah, so I have a doe. I'm hoping she's pregnant. Saddle. I talked last month about breeding Saddle, and she was the receptive doe, and she didn't catch, right? So I rebred her this month to the same buck, and she was super receptive again to getting bred, right? So she's on strike too. If she does not have kits this time, I'm gonna breed her one more time. And I need her to have kits, y'all, because I have 2 does out of Pepper, and I don't have Pepper anymore. So that's like my genetic diversity in my does, and if I have to cull her out because she's not having babies and she's taking up cage space, I need to find a new buck eventually. Like, don't get me wrong, can I line breed like for 8 generations and have no issues as long as I'm doing it properly and I'm outcrossing to less related lines? Of course I can. But it also makes it more difficult because then I'm really looking at like pulling my lines in. For instance, if I would have bred Pepper longer, the reason I had him was for tricolors. I love newer channels, always looking for good ones. Just subscribe that Boots and yes, Boots and Bounty Homestead is great. I love watching them. Black's Tropical Homestead, go there. If y'all haven't checked out Ormsby Farms, go to Ormsby Farms. Yogi Hollow is another good one. Who else do I love? I have like a whole list that I have to like look up. Like, y'all, there are so many good, like, I'm not sure if you can like look at who I'm subscribed to. Like, go to my channel, go under my who I'm subscribed to page. There are some amazing creators, and they're very small creators, and we have this like itty bitty little community, and I absolutely love it. And the people here are great. They're amazing. You know, they have so many like great things to talk about and such niche areas to talk about. Micro Farmer's another good one. He is also building some rabbit stuff, and I'm so excited about it. But yeah, there's a lot of really great homesteading channels. Do you keep your rabbits inside? Yes and no. This is my garage. I can heat it if I open up the door, and it's 0 degrees outside, and in here it's like 60 degrees. You want your pony? So in this barn, I keep my babies and my expectant mothers, and then my trouble rabbits. So like right now, both of my Rex rabbits, my females, so outside the community, they'd be known as standard Rex, right? Inside the community, they're just Rex. But when you're differentiating size with people who aren't really in the community, it's easier to differentiate. I have my Rex rabbits in the fur cage because they aren't gaining weight like they're supposed to. So I'm hoping they'll burn less calories being in here. Then I have my show rabbit right there. I have my expectant mama right there. And I have my itty beanie babies over there. Just because the temperature fluctuation isn't as harsh here. And I don't have to worry about dead kits on a cold line. Now, out in my barn outside, where it is probably 10 degrees compared to 0 degrees, still a little warmer, but not like super warm. I have my bucks, and then I have Solstice and Sadie. Blind Guy and his wife, his wife and their life are also really great. Check them out. They do like vegan cooking, and it is like, it's not like your normal, like, you know, like stereotypical, I'll say, like stereotypical, you know what I mean, like rice, beans, that kind of thing. They make like intricate, like amazing things. I know that Black's Tropical Homestead, they just did a, it was like a veggie meat patty, and amazing. Brampton Garner, blessings, soul sister. Hey, Bobby and Sherry. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat because I want to make sure that I get to everyone's comments. But yes, but I know that like they do a bunch of like really good like vegan food, and that like I've been trying some of their stuff as I get to it. I live in a Hispanic household, so we do a lot of meat. So I have to so all show meat pet show. So let's have a roundup, shall we? I will flip the camera around and I will give you an example. Whee! All right, so this is my garage. This is 2. 2 is a standard Rex. She is a broken black. She is a meat rabbit. Eventually her line I'd like to turn into show/meat rabbits. She just ran away. Down here is 1. 1 is hiding again. These guys are meat rabbits. They're not quite as friendly. Right here is Saddle. Saddle is a mini Rex, and she is out of show line. She is a broken caster, but she has a recessive trait. I'm at a party, so not chatting, but enjoying you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But this is Saddle. This is my expectant mama. Hopefully here in the end of next week, or early the next week after, she should have babies. Her mother had litters of 8 and 9, so it would be nice if she had those as well. She's on strike too because I bred her last month and she never had babies. So she is a naughty, naughty girl. But her disposition is so sweet. The rabbits I get out of her, if they are not show quality, they are pet quality. These guys only get about 3.5 to 4 pounds. So having them as meat rabbits, it's not the best, but they can be used as meat rabbits. Like, it's an option if I, for whatever reason, don't feel like they are pet quality. Like, if I get a mean rabbit out of the litter, I'm not gonna sell it to some little kid to get bit, right? I try to breed, like, gentle animals. Like, I don't need somebody getting bit. Now, I say that, and then I have this monster. My little monster. This is Penguin. Penguin is a show doe. I'm going to take her to show in January, and sometimes she is the best, and sometimes she bites my fingers. But she's looking for treats right now, because every time I get her out, I give her treats. So she's being a bit of a butthead. But this is Penguin. She's a broken black, just like my standard size Rex. The difference is my standard size Rex, she is 4 pounds. She is 4 pounds 12 ounces, and that doe right there is about 3 pounds. And then of course I have the babies. So I need to clean that, but that is what I have in the barn. I'm sorry y'all, I'm not gonna take you out to the outside barn. It is just way too cold for that. Like, not even like, oh, chilly cold. I'm talking like 0 cold. Someday I have a video coming up. It's a video on how I want to improve my rabbitry in the year 22. And I'll take you out to the barn in that video. You'll get to see Alpha, who is the male counterpart of the standard size that I have. He is a broken chinchilla. Gorgeous, I love that bunny. He's the sweetest, best behaved buck other than Coco. I love that pairing. Like that, those 2 bucks are just so sweet, so amazing. And then I have Coco. Do you film at the shows? I plan on doing a vlog at the shows, and I'm gonna see if I can steal some of the judges in their time and have like a little mini interview if they're not too busy. With the RHVD2 going around and the panorama, a lot of the shows have not had very many people. So if it's a slow show day, I might be able to pull something. But yes, I do plan on vlogging at the show, if nothing else, to be like, hey, look. That's cool. Now we are all into rabbits, so this is great. Keep talking. We are definitely learning. Y'all, if y'all want me to talk about rabbits, I will talk your ear out about rabbits. I have, I was looking up genetics, and I'm working on my why am I playing with the butcher block? I'm working right now on the bee lotus, right? And if y'all don't know, I'm doing a genetic rabbit series, and the bee lotus controls whether they are genetically black or genetically chocolate, right? And I had to put in so much research because I was getting it confused with the D lotus, which is the dilute line. So if you're looking at your genetic composition of rabbits, right, on your bee line, hello, the itty bitty, hello, micro farmer. Yes, talk about the rabbits. Let me share this out. I will talk way too much about the bunnies, let me tell you. But, so on the bee line, you get black and you get chocolate. But if you get to the D line, if they have the dilute gene, you get blue and you get lilac. So when you're looking at your diluted lines and what they carry compared to their genotype, genotype being what's actually there, phenotype being what is showing, it can get a little convoluted and kind of like, I'm trying to figure out right now for that series, if I were to breed, for instance, a black with a dilute line, right? Could, in theory, that black give me a lilac? And what I've found so far is, and a lilac is like a gray bunny, right? So, in theory, if I have a dilute line with a non-chocolate showing rabbit, I shouldn't be able to get lilac. But if it's hiding a recessive line, and I breed it to a carrying chocolate with a carrying dilute, then yes, that black rabbit could, in theory, give me a lilac rabbit. And it's It's a lot, and I need to get my little pugnant squares out and be able to show everyone, because I have been working on genetic lineups from so alpha all the way to echo, and then also on the EN line and the tri line adjacent on the TR. And it's so convoluted when I talk about it without like showing, and it's so many circles with genetics, and I love it. Yes, Happy New Year. Yes, I am so excited to be in the year, 2022. Y'all, when the 20s were coming around, I was expecting like roaring 20s-esque throwbacks and parties and like fun little like throwback, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yes, basically that genetically, yes. Those are the lotus, like the lines on the lotus, yes. So alpha controls the agouti, so like the fur pattern or not. So like I talked about in my video, you have the agouti shaft pattern, you have the otter self, and then you have the self pattern. What would be your choice of rabbits that are good with kids? So I am partial. I would say mini Rex. I raise mini Rex, so that's kind of my thing. Now, if you're not interested in mini Rex, I've heard Dutch rabbits are also very good. I had a friend who raised Dutch rabbits growing up, and the Dutch rabbits were really good with kids. I suggest staying away from lion heads. I've heard lion heads can be kind of mean and snappy, depending on what lines you get them from. Holland lops are a good choice. I've also heard hoot hoots, hot hots. It's spelled like H-O-O-T. They're little white rabbits with like little black bands around their eyes, and they only weigh about 2 pounds. So those would be really good. But again, top pick by far, mini Rex. And I have been around mini Rex since I was a little girl, and then I've also been breeding them. They are so good with kids. They turn into like little puppies. They are really easy to handle. Very rarely have I come across a line that is like Flemish or huggy. My problem with the giants is they're giants, and they are huge, and they're very hard to handle for small children. Now, I've seen both good and bad with giant breeds. I've heard both good and bad about giants. I don't have enough experience with them to say yay or nay. Yes, Flemish are huge, like 15 to 20 pound rabbits. And I think that is amazing, don't get me wrong, but I would advise against them with children because I would think that'd be hard to handle, right? That would be like a body the size of this thing, right? This thing is huge. And as someone who has a 4-year-old who only weighs 30 pounds, it's a bad idea. Oh, there we go. It's a bad idea. That is amazing, but yes, they're expensive to feed at that size too, because they require so much feed. So I advise against giants, but again, Holland lops, mini Rex, agoo, and hoot hoots or hoot hoot hot hots, however they pronounce them. Those would be my 3 to check around. But yeah, they're if you're looking for dual rabbits, from a standpoint of if you I have somebody I just sold to where they have Californians as their meat rabbits, and then they bought a couple mini Rex off me as pets, but they're also going to breed the Rex color into their Californians so that they can turn around. Bone to meat is not good either. Yes, so you are 100% correct on that. So on the giant breeds, the bones grow before the meat does, right? So they put all of this energy into growing and finishing out their bone. Are you pooping? Are you pooping? Sorry, I had a mom moment. They take so long to grow their bones that by the time you strip them and you butcher them out, you're getting less meat to bone ratio compared to a meat rabbit. I know. You want to go inside? Is it getting chilly? Okay, we'll go inside. So yeah, I definitely advise against giants. Now, if you are looking at doing giants for like actual show lines, go for it. There aren't very many giant breeders, and finding good stock is difficult because there are so few breeders. But other than that, I guess it's preference. Had to turn the light on. So it's preference on what you want for your kids and what you think your kids can handle. There are like 150 different breeds right now with the ARBA. If you're not including your you want a cookie? If you're not including like your mutts, there's like 150 different breeds. I just got my new ARBA standard, so I get to see what all kinds of new breeds there are and everything. So definitely look into it, because there are a lot of mini breeds, dwarf breeds. Of course, I will talk about bunnies all day. I have a friend on Instagram. Sometimes they pop over here on YouTube, but they were talking about how the breed standard had changed for the mini Rex. For the they no longer are doing percentages on the brokens, and I was like, what? How come no one's been talking about this? I need to talk bunnies. So I'm always chatty about bunnies, and I will talk your ear off about bunnies. So anytime y'all want to talk about bunnies, email me or talk under the comments. Whatever y'all want to do when it comes to talking bunnies, like, we can talk bunnies all day, all night, and I will be a happy human. And I will be a very happy human because I love bunnies. But yeah, so I actually at some point when it comes to bunnies, tomorrow I need to rebreed Blue. So I do second daughter dropped a cookie. So what I do when I breed my rabbits, right? Bunnies are huge, so make lots of content. Yes, I y'all, I felt horrible because I caught myself making like 20 rabbit videos and not putting other homestead content in. And I was like, ooh, they're gonna get sick about me talking about bunnies. I better throw something in here that isn't bunnies. And then in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna talk about this with bunnies, and I'm gonna talk about that with bunnies, and bunnies. When and how do you wean? What age should you let them go to the freezer and or new home? All right, so weaning, I might be slightly controversial on my weaning technique, just because some people, hi, my northern garden. When it comes to weaning, I start weaning at 8 weeks. At 8 weeks, I will take away all of the bucks away from mom and put them in their own area. And then I will subsequently start taking the females away, right? I don't take all the babies at once because I want to give mama time to dry up her milk supply without causing mastitis. Now, if I have it to where I rebred the doe where the babies will be born right at 8 weeks, that is the only time I take away the whole litter at once. No, Kiwi, that is not your cookie. When it comes to rehoming, it depends. If I don't like any of the conformation or the coloration or male to female ratio, I start selling bunnies, getting them new homes at about 10 to 12 weeks. And the reason I do that is that gives me about 2 weeks to make sure that they are thriving on feed and hay, so I don't have to worry about them having GI complications. And if I am looking at putting them into freezer camp, I start my butchering at 16 to 20 weeks. I don't think anyone really gets tired of bunnies, though. It's interesting because there's already so much on cows and goats. I mean, I am definitely happy to talk bunnies constantly. Trust me, I love bunnies. I will continue talking about bunnies. It is my ADHD hyperfixation. I love it. But yes, I butcher later than most people recommend, but that is because I have a fur style rabbit. So I wait for I have to wait for their fur to get a little thicker and their skin to get thicker, so that when I do skin them and everything, I'm not going through the skin barrier. Most people recommend that you butcher out your meat rabbits at around 14 weeks. So take that with what I say with a grain of salt. Now, if I have a prospect, right? Like, let's say I have a rabbit and I'm not quite sure about how their body composition is going to come out. I normally, I will keep them for about 16 weeks. 16 weeks is about the longest trial period I will keep an animal for. that I decide, okay, I want to keep them and take them to show and breed them, or I really don't like them for my breeding program. You should do a bunny channel and add other things sometimes. You know a lot about bunnies. I do. I mean, that's kind of what this channel has turned into, is me being like bunnies, 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 bunnies. And then here you go, have a gardening video. So yes, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. But and most of what I know about my bunnies, it's just hours and hours of me going into like the American Rabbits Association, going into different rabbit clubs. I have a bunch of Facebook groups I'm a part of. Y'all, I finally got a Facebook. I gave in, I got a Facebook. So I go into a lot of the Facebook groups, and I learn from breeders who are more knowledgeable than myself. When I go to shows, there are a bunch of like little, like some people who have been in the industry for like 30, 40, 50 years, and I just sit and listen to them talk. And you know, when you talk to people, right, you can take what you like, put it into your tool bag, and then you can kind of sift out the rest. So they have a lot of information, like a lot of information. Do you ever get attached to any of your rabbits and you just can't do the butchering, or have you found a way to overlook that reluctance? Yes and no. I have one rabbit in my entire stock where I would spend thousands upon thousands of dollars in vet bills, and I would never butcher, and I can't think of ever like putting him in a situation. Sorry, I missed a lot of you switched to the big screen. What age did they go to a new home? Give me 2 seconds and I will answer that question for you. But when it comes down to it, right, only Gigi has the right to never be butchered in our house, and that is because it is my child's pet, and I cannot butcher out her pet. The others, I overcome because I know they're not pets and they have a purpose. And if I am too attached, my lovely, lovely husband knows I'm a pansy and would take care of it for me. If it came down to that, if I asked him really nicely, he would do it for me. We have never gotten to that point yet, just because I have that barrier there, and from day zero, I'm like, these are freezer camp, these are freezer camp, these are freezer, like, I've drilled it into my mind, these are not pets. And if they amount to something other than being butchered out, then great, they're great for the program, but eventually they're going to get butchered out, or they're going to be sold as pets. It's just years and years of getting it into your brain and knowing that they're not going to be here forever. Other than Gigi. Gigi is going to be here forever. And I swear Gigi is going to cost me some kind of veterinary bill someday, and I'm not looking forward to it, but I am not going to break my 4-year-old's heart. He is going to be around forever. Now, Black's Tropical Homestead asked, at what age do I go to freezer camp? What age do I do like giving to homes? If I'm doing a pet home, I normally do about 10 to 12 weeks. That gives me time to monitor how they are transitioning to food and hay. Long live Gigi, may he live his full 10 years. I am planning on shipping that rabbit to college with my child if need be. He is going to be around forever, and you can't convince me otherwise. If you look at my my rabbit genetics video, he's the big gray bunny on there. But yes, so pet homes, 10 to 12 weeks to make sure that their GI system is good to go with pelleted food. If I'm holding them for a prospect for a show, I wait for them to be about 16 weeks to check out their conformation if I want to take them to show or not. If they're going to freezer camp, because I raise Rex rabbits, I send them to freezer camp from 16 to 20 weeks. That's my plan, to raise the babies and let my husband process them out. I think they are so cute, and so something I've that helps, right? If he dispatches them and skins them, I can butcher them out, because then they're just like a hunk of meat, right? Because they don't have the fur anymore. So that might be a good way to start processing, right? Is to be like, okay, husband dispatches and I can take care of the butchering, right? And then you slowly work your way up. I don't know if y'all want a dispatching video or not, but I can tell you my favorite way to do it that's quick, easy, and like it's over like that, is the Broomstick Method. You put the rabbit on the grass, you put the broomstick over the neck, step on the broomstick, pull back legs up, it severs the spinal cord. It's over like that, they don't see it coming, quick and easy. Some people I know, they like the BB gun method. I hate that method. I'm always terrified I'm going to miss. My husband prefers the hatchet method. I hate that method. I thought one of the babies was eaten today. He was chewing, but I want to make sure we do it right. So for babies, you can do the broomstick method, or another method that some people do is the freezing method for babies, right? You put them in your freezer and they go. My question is, what is chewed off though? This sounds really weird, but I've had a rabbit before. Mom got a little too excited about cleaning and she chewed the ear off. Yes, we definitely want to see you do that before we make one of our own. Totally. Because of YouTube guidelines, it'll probably be done with one of my daughter's stuffed animals. Because then I can actually show you without YouTube being like, ah. Because that's how YouTube is, right? YouTube is like, thou shalt not do that. And then they get like all butthurt and everything about it, even though it's kind of a part of life. And there are some people who want to see that. I can also do a butchering video. Once everything is said and done and it's just like a hunk of meat, I can do a butchering video. But no, I'm definitely up for doing that. I have no problems with it. My grow outs right now just need a bit more time because they're only a month old. And my meat rabbits, I weighed them out today. Y'all, these meat rabbits are gonna be the death of me, I swear. They are only 4 pounds, 7 ounces, and 4 pounds, 12 ounces at 6 months. This isn't my line. Like I said, the standard size is new to me. And I honestly, like, I'm a little frustrated, just a little bit. You can butcher, we did our chickens. We just did a cleaner version. Yes. Most of the butchering, right? I'm gonna fall. Most of the butchering just comes with time. It gets easier as you go along, and you know, it's not too bad. It just takes, like I said, it just takes some learning and some time and kind of figuring out your best way to do it. I hate butchering chickens. We do the boiling method for the feathers, and it is just a texture no-no. The wet feathers and plucking and they stick to everything. I can't do the chicken butchering with the feathers. It is so annoying. Video for YouTube. Yeah. I'll definitely, here in the spring or summer, I'll get a rabbit butchering video up. What are you looking at? Oh, is that a good show? I don't know, I wasn't looking. Or are you watching the puppies play? So, yeah, I'll definitely have to get a video up on that. Like I said, I'll just have to do it when it's warmer, and I'll have to do it in a way that the YouTube gods do not curse me. Oh, I think somebody's getting tired, y'all. So I'm probably gonna wrap this up here. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I know this is kind of like an improv too, like live, but I was just like, let's do this, and you know, so talk about feeding the babies. Talk about, do you mean like what do I feed the babies? Like how I get them weaned on pellets? Because I just put the pellets in with mom, and they start eating the pellets and the grass and whatever I put in there, and that helps transition their GI tract. It's actually super easy. Okay, thanks for the information. Yes, text me, call me, we'll talk. I got you. I like I said, I will talk bunnies all day long. I love the bunny talk, and I'm a little obsessed with it, but I am gonna get going, y'all, so I can feed little Mish. She's getting fussy and it's about bedtime. So thank y'all so very much for watching, and nice talk. Catch you as soon. Happy New Year, everybody. Yes, we will talk. I'm excited to talk. Can't wait to see y'all. And hi, Danny. And I'll talk to y'all later. I'm gonna exit now. Bye. Thank you.